Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're taking a look at the brand new Insta360 X6 360 degree camera, which was just released on August 12th. Now, this is the standard bundle, and they also offer an essentials bundle as well as 10 other bundles for the camera, depending on your needs and activities. Now, the X6, of course, is the latest and most advanced 360 camera that Insta360 has released, and it comes with a complete redesign. Now, for full transparency, Insta360 is not sponsoring this video. They did not send me the camera. I bought it myself, and all of the views and opinions are honestly my own from my own experience. So let's go ahead and open the box and see what's included in the standard bundle. So opening the box, now first we have the X6 camera on top when we open the lid. And as you can see, it is smaller but wider than previous X models. Now my current 360 degree camera is the older X3. And as you can see here, the X6 is a bit shorter, kind of like if my X3 had the bottom portion chopped off. It is just a few millimeters thicker from front to back, and it is also just a little bit wider as well. So definitely a little bit of a change there. And then, of course, one of the major things is the user replaceable lenses, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So let's go ahead and set that aside. Now, underneath this top portion, we have a removable box. And inside this box, we open it up, we have a bag inside that, if we unseal, contains all of the paperwork as well as the stickers for the Insta360 X6. Standard procedures there. And then we have this protective pouch, and if we open the pouch, inside it, we find a USB-C cable as well as a lens cleaning cloth. Okay, so now removing the plastic film from the camera. We'll go ahead and get all this off here and get the one off the microphone. Okay, so flipping the camera to the front side, we see the built-in microphone. We see the first 360 lens. It's a removable lens, as I mentioned before. They call it removable lens 2.0, I believe, because it's been upgraded from the X5 and the X4s. And then at the bottom, we have the mode button and the indicator light for letting you know when the battery is charging or the camera's charging and all that. And it blinks red, of course, when you're recording. And turning it over to this side, we have a microphone here. We have the power button, and we have the shutter button, which is for stills, as well as the stop and start button for video recording as well. Now on the bottom here, we have a small door that, if we flip open, contains the USB-C charging port that you can see there. And so that's it for this side of the camera. Now, flipping around to the back side of the camera, we have a 2.3-inch OLED haptic touch display, as well as the second lens and another microphone. And on the very bottom of the camera, you see we have the Insta360, the standard finger lock magnetic mount system with a 1/4-20 screw hole in the center. And then we have these 4 new silver pins that have not been on any previous X series cameras. And this is for a brand new product, which is the powered invisible selfie stick. Now, I don't have one of these yet. They sell for $79 according to the information on Insta360's website. But this new selfie stick has a power bank that's built into the handle. And when you attach the camera to that selfie stick, it supplies power to the camera. It'll keep the internal battery charged. And it also gives you buttons on the handle for powering the camera on and off and starting and stopping recordings, which is pretty cool. Definitely one of the accessories that I'm going to have to get in the near future for my X6. Definitely a cool one to have. Now, moving to the last side of the camera, we have another microphone. We have a speaker port. I think that's what that that is there. And then we have the battery door. Now, one of the things that's different from all the other X series cameras, and I can show you on my X3 here, you notice on my X3 and all the way up from X1 to the X5, the battery door and battery are all one solid piece. So you had the battery door there with the two spring switches that release it and lock it into place, and then the battery is attached as well. Now on the X6, they've changed things up, which I like, and now you have a battery door that flips up, and you have a separate battery that removes. And this is a 2600 milliamp hour battery, which is very impressive. It's 51% more battery life than the X5. Now, also inside the battery compartment is the micro SD slot, which you can see right there when I tilt it so the light hits it better and you're able to see that. So now that we've looked at the physical controls and so on the X6, let's go ahead and talk about what makes this camera so much different and better than the X5. So first of all, the X6 features two brand new Sony 1/1.1 inch sensors in a square format, which Insta360 says gives the camera basically a 2 times 1 inch sensor equivalent field of view. Now, the maximum aperture of the X6 is f2, and the field of view is 170 degrees. Now, these new sensors not only mean better image and video quality, but also major low light improvements when you're using the pure video mode. Additional hardware included are 3 AI processing chips at 4 nanometers, which not only makes this model faster at processing 360 video, but also helps boost its low light ability while keeping the digital noise to a minimum. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the 2.3-inch OLED haptic touchscreen means the old physical buttons from the previous models, here and here, are no longer there. They are now built into the screen. And additionally, this camera is easier to start and stop recordings with not only the raised button on the side, but you can also start and stop recordings by pressing anywhere on the haptic touchscreen, even when you're wearing gloves. And I'll demonstrate that a little bit later. Now, with the AI chip upgrades, you can now do a lot more editing on the camera itself, and the X6 also offers Dolby Vision as well as 10-bit iLog like my Luna Ultra has. So you can do color grading and use Insta360's LUT or one of your own to make your own unique style to your videos, or I think you can even apply them to the photos. The X6 is also capable of rapid charging when using a high output device. Mine was at 77% when I opened it and took it out of the box, and I plugged it into a USB hub that I have over here that has two 45-watt power delivery USB-C ports, and it charged the camera from 77 to 100% in about 12 to 15 minutes, which is pretty impressive. That's some seriously fast charging time. Now, when it comes to video, the X6 can do 8K at 50 frames per second, as well as 6K up to 60 frames, 4K up to 100 frames, and 1080p at up to 120 frames. Using the single lens, using it as an action camera, you can capture video at 5.7K up to 60 frames, 4K up to 60 frames, 3K at up to 60 frames, as well as 1080p at up to 120 frames. So definitely some impressive capabilities for video there. Now, for recording still images, the X6 can shoot 120 megapixel photos using both lenses for 360-degree panorama photos, and it can do 42 megapixels for single lens stills, and it can save the images in DNG format, which is fantastic. Audio recording is in ACC format stereo 16-bit at 48 kilohertz. And if you prefer external mics as I do, the X6 works perfectly with both the Insta360 Mac Air as well as the new Mac Pro. Now, this here, of course, is one of my Insta360 Mic Pro wireless mics, and I do have the 2-mic kit with the receiver. Now, the nice thing is the X6 supports Bluetooth integration with microphones, so there's no need to use the receiver at all, which is really, really cool. So, for shutter speed, The shutter speed on this camera is 1/8,000th of a second to 120 seconds, and the ISO range is 100 to 6400, and it offers both auto and manual exposure modes. The white balance range is from 2000 to 10,000 Kelvin. Another new addition from previous X series cameras is that the X6, like my Luna Ultra, also has 60 gigabytes of internal storage with 47 gigabytes usable, and it can support micro SD cards up to 1 terabyte, V30, or faster recommended. I personally use Samsung Pro cards and all of my action cameras. Now, the weather sealing is great on the X6 as well. It's able to be submerged without a dive case up to 20 meters or 66 feet, and its operating temperature range is from -4 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit or -20 to 40 degrees Celsius. The creative effects included in the camera include bullet time slow-mo, horizon lock, invisible selfie stick, panorama, star trails, star lapse, time lapse, time shift, time warp, and tiny planet. So there is quite a bit to this camera, and so you have a very wide variety of creative abilities that you can do with this camera, of course. So let's go ahead and power this bad boy on for the first time. There we go, and we got it booting up. Now, of course, when you're first setting up this camera, you got to go through the setup, and then you got to activate it with the Insta360 app. So we have the Insta360 app here. I'm going to launch it on my phone. And then, of course, we're going to skip that silly screen. All right, and we want to add a new camera. Okay, so it sees my X6. So I'm going to go ahead and connect, and I have to download a new firmware, so we're going to do that as well. So that shouldn't take too long since we have fiber here now. My internet's pretty fast. And so we're going to go ahead and let the firmware update while we wait here. And I know the screen's a little bit washed out laying down at that flat like that. It's kind of hard to see the screen, but there's not a whole lot going on other than just the firmware update. So no biggie there. You're not missing a whole lot. All right, so the firmware is downloaded and now it's connecting to the camera. Confirm connection on device. Yes. And join the device's Wi-Fi network. Yes. All right, so we have the camera. New firmware is ready. Let's update it. So now it's actually transferring the firmware from my phone to the camera, so it can do the actual update on the camera itself. And you can see the camera shows receiving firmware. Okay, so now it's just waiting for the device to finish and do its reboot. And it's saying it's going to take about 2 minutes. I won't make you watch all of this. I don't want to bore you too much. Okay, so as you can see, the update has finished, and we're going to go ahead and run through this again. Please reconnect the device. That's more. There we go. Join. Oops. Okay, now we're going to activate the device. And there we go. The device is activated, and now it's ready for use. Pro Editor inside your camera, you can enable notifications to get notified when footage is ready, because one of the cool things you can do with this new camera is you can select your clips that you shoot with it, and you can ask the software, the Insta360 app, you can ask it to put the clips together into a film, and it'll do all of the work and then notify you when the the video is ready for download, which I think is really, really cool. So this is all of the meat and potatoes as far as showing you the unboxing part of the camera. And now it's going to be all showing you some footage taken with this amazing new action 360 camera, I should say, not action camera. Alright, so as you could see throughout this video, I got some amazing footage with the Insta360 X6 camera. I mounted it on my car in different positions and fashions and got different angles of view. Same with, I got a couple of different angles of view on my motorcycle as well. And it's really cool because anytime you shoot footage and then plug the camera in to charge it, the AI system automatically creates you a finished AI edited video based on your clips, and then it will verbally tell you that the video is ready for you to download, and you just reconnect to the camera with your app on your smartphone and you can download that video and share it on social media or whatever you want to do with it. It's really cool. Film in the future with this new camera, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and I can put that on the schedule to be something that I'll film in the near future for you. If you do have any kind of questions, comments, you want to see any other kind of video footage, test shots, or whatever done with this camera, you can just let me know down there. Also, make sure you get in your entries for my 100,000 subscriber plus giveaway. The contest is open until October 16th, I believe it is, of 2026. So if you're watching this video before then, you have a chance to get your entries in, and there are going to be 2 prizes given away to 2 lucky winners. And I also wanted to make sure I reminded you to smack that bell and subscribe button down below, turn on all notifications, and I will see you all again in the next video.